Hello, good afternoon. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining me again today in another session of Lunch and Learn. And this time, well, it's the season for Hfmd for quite some time now. And I have many parents who have inquired about how natural solutions can support the child's recovery, to make it more comfortable, to relieve, and of course to reduce the symptoms that a child goes through. And of course the other thing is, if you have siblings, they have siblings around, to minimize transmission, to keep the environment clean, and of course the last thing is to keep the mother sane, the parents sane, right? So Hfmd is a viral infection, and like all viruses, they use our body as a host to replicate, and once they are done, right? So when we have a robust immune system, we tend to recover faster. But looking at the age group that usually end up with Hfmd, the very young to 5-year-old, that is a time where the immune system is just learning how to manage the world, and that is also a period of time where they are out and about in kindergarten, mixing with friends and so on. So the exposure of getting this virus is much higher. So whether we like it or not, we live in an environment where we live together with bacteria, fungus and viral, right? So at the end of the day, we need to be able to support ourselves so that we can recover from whatever that tries to invade us, no matter what comes along the next season. There seems to be a season for everything now, and as parents, it's just a difficult time. It's one after another, isn't it? So I hear you and I feel you, because those were the days when my boys were much younger. They are teenagers now. My boys have a 2-year age gap, and unfortunately that time when my elder one came home from kindergarten with this infection, my younger one was undergoing chemotherapy for leukemia. And if you are familiar with cancer treatment, when they are on active chemotherapy, they have practically no immune system, or very little weak immune system due to treatment. So immediately my younger one caught the virus as well, and because of that we had to be admitted in hospital for 2 long weeks, right? So it's not something that I want anyone to endure. But let's just say today we have lots of natural options to support healing and to probably prevent the other siblings from contracting it as well. So the first worry for us parents, when we know that your child has Hfmd, the main issue of course is the fevers. We are worried about the ulcers forming in the mouth, because when there are ulcers in the mouth, it's painful, they won't eat, they won't drink, and when this happens, they end up with dehydration. You may end up having fevers. You find that body is weak because cannot eat and drink much, and ultimately they may end up being warded in hospital if necessary. So to support hydration and getting that, even that little bit of liquid or food in, is a great achievement even those days, I would say. So here are some tips that you can use to allow your child to have that hydration a little bit more, because they may not want to drink plain water. They may not be able to suck from the bottle because it hurts. It really does hurt. If you have had an ulcer as an adult, you know what it's like. So imagine a child having multiple blisters in the mouth. It hurts like hell, I will tell you, right? So one thing you can try is to get coconut water. It's readily available here. You can freeze them into little cubes, and you can allow them to put it into the mouth and allow them to suck slowly. So of course coconut water is nature's isotonic drink. It is very balanced with the liquids and minerals. So just little bits going in plus that cool sensation will help to numb the pain. So even that little bit will help if you do it frequently. You need to be very patient, but it can be done. Secondly is of course to hydrate with probably popsicles. You can get watermelon, you can juice them up and put them into popsicle molds, and this would be something nice and soothing for them, just to get that little bits in. Soups that are bland, but you can nourish them or with herbs, but less of the spices, because again it may hurt And fourthly, of course, I always recommend using virgin coconut oil. You can get any good brand of virgin coconut oil. Virgin coconut oil is amazing for healing of blisters in the mouth. You can use your clean finger and just use a little bit of the virgin coconut oil to apply at the blisters very gently, even on the lips if there are cracks and blisters, especially for children. Do this proactively 3 to 4 hourly. You will see the healing happen beautifully. Virgin coconut oil is edible, so I would recommend to consume every day. Even for children that can consume it, 1 or 2 teaspoons a day supports the immune system beautifully, because no matter what, we just want the immune system to be on alert. So food has always been the first priority when you are looking at supporting children, especially during this season. Reduce or minimize sugary items, processed food, foods that are fake, that come in boxes, all those stuff. Go back to eating real food, as basic as you can, as long as you know what's inside that food or you prepare it. That would be the way to go forward when you're looking at supporting the immune system and the wellness of the child. Now let's look at essential oils and how you can use them. Even in my team, we have had many parents. In my team, we have approximately, not a very big team, more than 600 people. Most of us, of course, are mothers, because as mothers, we do everything we want to help the child thrive, no matter what happens, right? So I always say that mothers are the best detectives in the world. We do our research better than anybody else, and we do whatever it takes to get the child well. So that has been my journey as well, starting from my son until now. I continue to learn, I continue to read, and I continue to share, hoping that this will bring someone out there, maybe you listening to me, some hope that things can be done differently if you decide to try. Okay, so using doTERRA essential oils. When I talk about essential oils, always use oils that are proven to be pure, because if you're using oils that are not pure, no certification, doesn't matter what brand it is, if it's not certified, they cannot show you proof of certification, please do not use. Because if you're using oils that are fragrance or synthetic or adulterated with other things, it's not going to help, and it's going to further add on burden to your body or your child's body. This is not a risk you want to take. So the first oil to use when you have a child that is unwell, again, these oils are not meant to cure any illness. It is just meant to support your body's natural ability to heal. Your body is always working towards healing yourself every day, 24/7, while we are alive. Okay, so to support it, many avenues and many ways to support. Of course, the basic is always food. The second is managing stress and sleep. So for the child who is unwell, we want to support the immune system. Depending on the age of the child, you can use very simple basic oils. For example, less than 1-year-old child or babies, even some in my team, babies have been infected because the elder sibling go to daycare, go to kindergarten, or went out friend's house party, come back and brought the virus. So imagine the baby having blisters in the mouth, cannot suckle, cannot feed, cannot latch on, cannot eat. Okay, you see the scenario, it's very heartbreaking, yeah? So to support the immune system, we can use simple oils like lemon and tea tree. These may look simple, but they are very powerful. Use them diluted. You must be guided on how to dilute. Please do not use oils undiluted on skin. I'm just giving you a rough guide. If you're going to purchase it, make sure you are getting it from someone who knows how to guide you, right? So you can dilute and use with some fractionated coconut oil and apply it along the spine and the sole of the child 3 to 4 hourly. You see, these oils are very natural and they are metabolized fast by the body. So unlike medication where you take 6 hourly, 8 hourly, you need to reapply 3 to 4 hourly. That's how you do it when you want to support healing proactively. Okay, you have to be proactive when you're using essential oils. You may also combine it with your doctor's medication. There's no harm in doing that as well. So tea tree and lemon application on the spine and sole. If you have an ultrasonic diffuser, to cleanse the air that you are living in, because you don't want others to get infected. You want to purify the air. Instead of using things that are fragranced or candles that have fragrance, or using synthetic sprays with fragrance and other chemicals, use doTERRA oils, lemon or tea tree to cleanse the air, right? If you are looking at something stronger, a more potent blend, doTERRA's very famous top-selling oil, On Guard, is there. On Guard is a more potent blend, a combination of essential oils like clove, rosemary, wild orange, cinnamon. Okay, so this one you can also consider to diffuse. You can also consider to apply with dilution on the child's spine and sole 3 to 4 hourly. Next, we look at the blisters that form on the fingers, on the body. It will be painful, it will be itchy. Of course, the child will tend to scratch, and sometimes it can cause a secondary infection, because as you know, our hands and our fingers always have germs on it. So to support healing of those blisters on the fingers and so on, use doTERRA lavender or tea tree, or combine them both would be good. doTERRA lavender is pharmaceutical grade, so it helps with inflammation. Inflammation is that red angry skin that you see, inflammation. It suits the healing, and of course tea tree is well known for its skin purifying benefits as well. So you can combine them both or use either one. Again, you must remember to dilute it well and apply it on those areas of the blisters, right? So lavender is also very useful, because when the child is unwell, you know lah, as mother, when the child is unwell, they are cranky, they can't take a nap. It's difficult to get them to wind down because they are uncomfortable, they are sick, right? So to support those cranky feelings, that discomfort, that body aches and pains that some children cannot even verbalize out, cannot vocalize it out, they can only cry. I know what that's like, because that's how my children were at one point. So you can support discomforts with lavender as well. You have a child's bathtub, basin, get some Epsom salt from the pharmacy, 1 tablespoon with water, and warm water would be nice, it's very soothing, and you can add 1 or 2 drops of lavender essential oil, allow them to soak in. This is also supportive of the body temperature, because sometimes they will have a bit of fever, so you can do this proactively. If you try this over the evening time, it's very good, because they will have deep, restful sleep. It's easier for them to wind down. And again, when we are unwell, it's good to invest in sleep. Always make sure that they are able to have their naps correctly, put them to have their naps, and of course at night, so that they can sleep through. Recovery is much, much faster, right? If you are looking at supporting those, sometimes the blisters may leave a mark, but usually because they are young children, skin turnover is much faster than adults, so usually scarring is minimal. But if you'd like to help with healing of the scars, you can use carrier oils like almond oil. Almond oil is nice. Use that proactively, and again, you should see the body heal beautifully. So that's my quick bit today for the current season of the seasonal threat that we are going through, affecting our younger ones. And of course, there are other threats coming along, we don't know, but it's always good to have these natural solutions at home. I've been using them for 8 years now, and I cannot imagine a day without them, because they cover so much for my family use, looking at the immune system, looking at the focus, looking at deep sleep, looking at stress management, aches and discomfort, digestion, you name it. This is our first aid kit at home. Of course, you can always combine it with modern medication. There is no such thing as not being able to use them together. Always make a wise choice, learned decision on what your body needs and what you know best works for you. Right, so if you're keen to try any of these oils as well, there are these rollers that are available. These are 2 ml rollers, and you can get 5 of them depending on the oils that you are requiring for 30 ringgit only, 30, 5 oils, 30 ringgit inclusive of postage. So you can experience the healing benefits of doTERRA essential oils in the comfort of your home, and of course you will be guided on how to use, because I always stress on using them correctly, correct dilution, correct timing. If you use it right, you get the results, right? So you'll be given cards like this as well, so that you can use them the way it's supposed to be used. So with that, I'd like to end today's quick bit. And tomorrow night, if you're available, I'll be sharing a session on how essential oils can support healthy weight management. Weight is an issue with many people. It's not that they're not trying to lose the weight, but sometimes there are some challenges that require some help. So if you are keen on supporting yourself or a family member who wants to attain a better, healthier weight this year, 2022 is already May, next week is June, can connect with me for the free Zoom link happening tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. I hope to see you again next week. Take care and have a restful weekend.